Howdy, y'all. Welcome back to another beautiful, exciting episode of the Brain Leak Podcast. I'm American Jacksepticeye now.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, you've been here for a couple days now.
Wonder if any of the listeners at home can't see my face, can even tell that it's me.
I don't even know if I know what your face looks like and if it's you or not.
What would American Jacksepticeye look like?
See, that's
Got
the thing.
a beer in his hand.
This crazy world of AI.
Crazy world of AI. I'm actually talking normal, but AI has replaced me and made me sound. I sound like Jesse Ventura. You know Jesse Ventura?
No.
Have you ever seen Predator?
No.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
He's the guy in it. He's like, I'm a goddamn sexual tyrannosaurus, and he's like chewing dip.
I've never heard of this before.
But he was. I think him and Arnie were like. I don't know if he was a governor, but now he's gone off the deep end, and he's all like the UFOs in
Arnie
the
is
sky.
in Arnold?
Arnold, yes.
That one?
They were friends, and Arnie was governor, and I don't know if he was governor of something, but now he's like off the deep end, like conspiracy theorist, anti-vax, I think. So he's out there. We're treading water at the shore, and he's way out in the fucking ocean doing his own thing. But the way he talks is kind of like this. You know, everything he says is like it comes from deep down inside of him.
What is this opening to the podcast?
I don't know. It's just conversation.
We just having a conversation. Welcome back to the Brain Leak Podcast.
Did you have a topic to start with?
No, I have many topics up here in my fucking skull.
Okay, bounce one out to me. Take it from your skull depository, put it out into your fucking mouth, and verbalize it.
Oh, well, my first thought is that there are many... Spencer, you knocked over the slate. How are they going to know how to sync the audio? Jesus, Spencer.
You're a problem child.
There's many things around us if you're watching the video version.
Yeah.
And those are clues to future videos.
They're Easter eggs.
Easter eggs.
You want to go on an egg hunt?
Here's a question.
Sure.
You used to be a religious man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with the Easter Bunny and with eggs? I'm assuming it's something that America created as a Hallmark holiday.
I don't know if that's a religious thing.
Well, yeah, Easter is the day that he came back from the fucking tomb.
Yeah, but I don't know if the bunny is part of it. Do you think...
Yeah.
That they like put him in the tomb, and then it was like, fuck, we have nothing to follow anymore. It was like, just dress up as a bunny and put eggs around. And then Jesus came back and they're like, oh, thank God.
Jesus came out of the tomb. Have you ever seen A Christmas Story?
Maybe.
He comes out of the tomb dressed up as Ralphie. Like when Ralphie wears a big bunny suit. He just comes out of the thing and he's like, I don't want to wear this. I don't know why they do that. But yes, Easter eggs all around us. We've been filming videos. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, what the fuck are you doing? But if you're listening, make sure...
Also subscribe, download, follow, do everything you're supposed to do.
Everything. Come on, baby.
The capitalist agenda is strong.
Capitalism's really popping off today, ladies. So make sure you're subbed to the Brain Leak YouTube channel.
Yeah,
because
put your whole leak ussy into it.
We have so many fun little videos coming out that are not podcast.
Yeah.
But will live on the same channel as the podcast.
You're all sitting around, you're like, God, they talk a lot. Mm-hmm. It's the nature of a podcast, but God, I really wish they would open toys.
Don't spoil it.
I didn't.
You did.
The fun factor is it's going to be in the fucking title and the thumbnail. The fun factor is what we do with them. Plus, people can see them.
What do we do with them? But they're not smart. They would never guess.
Guess where I've hidden a toy?
They would never guess.
Guess which hole? Guess where on my body I've hidden a toy in my ass?
Guess where on my body I've hidden a toy in my ass?
That's what I said.
We've had a wonderful week, you and I. Well, it's now been over a week.
And this is going to be the last episode we do in person for a while. I hate it.
But maybe I'll come over to the good old Uck.
The Ook.
Maybe I'll go Uck.
Come on over to the Ook.
Yeah, and we'll do something there. We'll
step into the Ook zone.
Oh, wouldn't that be fun if we did like a stereotypical like
we should
British
go get fish and chips.
We can go get Wait, we were talking about that, weren't we?
Go get fish and tip.
We can go and get fresh tips.
Fresh tips.
Weren't we talking about that?
We go try all the fish and chips in town and rate them.
Yeah, even though they're all the same.
Yeah, pretty much. It's all the same ocean.
I mean, Now, this might be controversial.
I'm not British. I don't give two shits.
Okay. Fish and chips, I feel like, are a little bit of a vehicle for malt vinegar.
Yeah, absolutely. It's like how pizza is a vehicle for cheese.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you're eating fish and chips without tartar sauce and vinegar, it's like you're not really eating
What are
fish
you
and chips.
doing?
Yeah.
What are you
You're
even
being
doing?
a fucking silly sailor.
You're going to be a... what we should do is we should go
Sail.
to all of the places, rate the fish and chips, and then we go to your home and we make the fish and chips.
We can do that.
We can do it.
I'm so glad you put that in a fun little beat.
It's so I could remember.
A mnemonic device.
Mm-hmm.
What's the acronym for what you just said?
I don't
Like
know.
a fish. Have
Somebody in the comments will figure it out. You'll figure it out.
I like
You'll
your
figure it
watch.
out. Thank you.
It's very expensive. Are you rich?
It's not very expensive. It's from a company that I will not name because maybe they'll sponsor the podcast because they do a lot of sponsorships with other
Smart.
people.
Smart.
This is how
That's
we
what you do. If
it.
you become a YouTuber or a streamer, don't ever say like, I can't wait for this game to come out. I can't wait to play it. Just say nothing, because then they might come to you and sponsor you for it, and you make extra money for a
is
game
true.
you're going to play anyway.
This is so true.
That's a life hack.
Yeah. Pro
I have
tip.
another life hack.
Yep.
Pair your socks together.
Do you not? Well, you do, I would say.
Yeah, because
you said
I'm
that.
hacking life.
But why? I don't know if that's a life hack. I think that's a normal thing.
No. This Gen Z culture that we're in, where they don't know how to pay their taxes, buy a house,
This Gen Z, what is
where
it?
they don't know how to afford money.
The woke mind virus.
Yeah. In this woke culture we're in, people aren't pairing their socks anymore. Now that would be a Jesse Ventura thing to say.
We never said that on the last podcast with Aaron. We never brought up the woke mind virus.
I know.
Damn, it would have made him giggle.
It's like his favorite term because it's so fucking stupid.
So good. This is episode 13, by the way.
So 13, unlucky.
But it could be lucky.
I didn't know what you were doing.
What do
I
you
think
mean?
you closed your eyes a bit too far away from the lean in.
What do you mean? I wasn't doing anything. I was just seeing.
Are-
what luck.
Wait, are
what kind
we
of
gonna
luck we
fuck?
had. Not today.
What is
apparently.
happening? Like,
Not today.
God, I'm so
I
horny now.
shot my shot. You had your chance.
Oh, I wish you.
If he wanted to, he would. If he wanted to, he
Shoot
would.
my back shot. What's that sound? Someone clapping cheeks in there?
Well, this is a great segue. What's that sound? It's the submarine imploding.
Oh,
This is
great
news.
segue.
This is news that we can talk about now.
Right? Yeah, submarine imploded.
Should we not talk about the submarine imploding? I think
don't know,
it's
I don't know if
fine.
there's much to talk about other than safety measures were broken. People went down. A lot of them died.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a 19-year-old kid that did it because his father wanted him to, and he didn't really want to do it, and that was sad.
That's the thing that's very sad. Very sad.
The moral of the story is don't do things that your dad wants to do just because he wants to do them.
Mhm.
Also, maybe listen to some specialists and some smart people.
I learned so much about James Cameron through these events.
Yeah.
If you don't know about what we're talking about, Ocean
Of course you
Gate
do.
is that's the name of the submarine, right?
Yeah, I thought that
No?
thought Ocean Gate was like Watergate. Like
Yeah.
something that happens is like a something gate.
Yeah.
Like Podgate is when all the podcasts go down.
Is that not what the submarine's not called Ocean Gate? It's called Titan?
I think the company might be Ocean Gate.
Oh.
Anyway, James Cameron builds his own submarines and goes down into the
He
ocean.
builds them?
Yep.
I didn't know he built them.
Yeah, he's a
I thought he
he's
just-
a very incredibly smart man.
I thought he just said, I'm James Cameron, make me a submarine.
Well,
And the submarine
That's
people.
probably what the others should have done. There's plenty of places that you can go to just be like, I'm rich and I want to see the Titanic. And they're like, climb aboard.
Well, at this point, they should have just gone to James Cameron and told him to build them a submarine.
yeah, but Big Jim does his own thing.
He does.
But he that's why he made the Titanic movie, because he was obsessed with it. And he went down and he saw it in person. And that's how he was able to recreate the CG to look so good.
That's why he made Titanic? It's because he went down and saw the Titanic?
Yeah, or he was going to make Titanic, and then that started. I don't know which one started which. I don't know if the movie started his love of oceans or his love of oceans made him want to make the movie. Either way, he's been
Only
down
Jim
to the
knows.
Titanic 33 times, and he said that he spent more time there than the captain of the ship.
Which is probably true because the captain of the ship didn't spend all that much time on the ship because the ship had an iceberg.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It also had two sister ships. One of the others also sank. And that's even weirder because that one, I think, hit a mine in the ocean, And it was another thing where it's like, oh, if as long as the first 5 compartments fill, we're fine. It won't sink. She's unsinkable, as they say. And then I think it was nurses in there. It was like covered in smoke and debris and fumes and whatever. So they opened up the porthole windows.
Jamie, pull it up.
It's called the Britannic.
I've never heard of this.
And that one sank because of other like human error. Where it's like, don't open up any of the windows. If something happens, you're not supposed to do that. Safety procedures. And then they opened up the windows and water got on and sank the whole thing.
Aren't you, if your car falls in the well, aren't you supposed to open your windows so then the water gets in faster or something?
Cars are not boats.
Is that, or wait, no. What you do is you're in, okay. The original
Cars also don't
dimensions,
have flood chambers.
Britannic, were similar to those.
No,
of her
I
other
have
sisters.
information. You don't need Google. It also sank in enough water that was shallower than the length of the ship. So when it sank, it hit the bottom and its nose bent. So if you see the wreck version of it, it has like a bent tip.
Whoa.
And then you can see like the exploded side of it. So that's like
Is it still out there? Like, can people visit it?
It's only like, it's 100 meters down. It's like 119 meters or something down. So you can go see it.
Damn.
And we have lots of images of that.
But
it's not cool because it's not broken in half like the Titanic.
But the Titanic is real deep.
Yeah, that's like 1,500 feet or meters. I can't remember. It's very, very deep.
I just like, I mean, especially after this, but if someone was like, do you want to go on a submarine and see the Titanic? I'd be like,
They asked Mr. Beast, apparently.
This is something that we can talk about. So, Mr. Beast tweeted out that he was asked to be on it. And I don't know why he would lie about it. There's no reason for him to.
Are you talking about the blue message?
Yeah.
Blue Gate.
Yeah, I'm confused because the thing that he tweeted would have been the message coming from him.
Well, I think that the message he tweeted, or he messaged, I think the message that messaged was him talking to a friend about it. I don't think that was the initial invite from the company to him. I think he just worded it badly.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but it turned into a whole like, dude, that was your like, I missed my flight on 9/11 story. You're Seth MacFarlane now. he was supposed to be on the plane for 9/11.
If
and he
Mr.
missed
Beast was on the submarine, wouldn't have gone down that way.
it. Yeah.
They would have gotten out of that circle.
He would have been like, he would have motivated that. Well, you can't motivate billionaires with money.
Well, he can't motivate facial things. Mr. Beast.
You mean emote,
Yeah.
not motivate.
Whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Whatever.
People were like, oh, in this time period, it was this. In like the early 2000s, it was 9/11. For this culture now, like Gen Z, it's the Titan sub. It's like, not COVID?
Also, I wouldn't agree at all.
No. You like, I think COVID
Where
was
were you when a bunch of billionaires that you've never really heard of died in a submarine? I don't know. I was probably pooping. That's
Yeah.
probably how I found out. Is I was pooping
like,
and I was looking at my phone.
Shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Everyone was like, what, are we going to find the bodies? Are we going to do a search for the bodies? Like, they're soup.
Yeah, what do you mean it imploded?
Yeah.
What
like
did you say that when it imploded it was hotter than the surface of the sun?
Yeah, it because it's like have you ever done that thing in school where you like heat up a can and then you turn it upside down in cold water and it like crushes the can immediately because the pressure differential?
Oh.
So that was like the test to be like, this is how it looked, and they did that. It's like, yeah, it like crushes so quick that it vaporizes the water around it hotter than the surface of the sun.
Yeah, there's nothing there.
Yeah.
It's inherently sad because people died, and that is not good.
Yeah,
But-
I don't really agree with everyone being like the lack of empathy. It's like I get nobody really likes billionaires, and billionaires are kind of like they're disconnected from humanity. But I don't think you should be like they deserved it. I don't think anyone
Yeah.
deserves that.
No. Also, that sounds like the scariest thing to ever have to endure.
At least they didn't suffer. They're just going down. And it's like, oh, we're 500 meters down, 600 gone,
Is that
just black.
is that confirmed?
Yeah, it happens so quick that you won't have any idea of what's happening.
Yeah, I think it would have gone down different if they didn't use a fucking Mad Catz controller.
Yeah. Well, they
They
also
didn't
made
even
it out
use
of-
a licensed PlayStation.
There was something
It's
got to
like
do with like them making it out of carbon fiber, and carbon fiber is not stress proof like that. It
It was
doesn't.
made out of carbon fiber?
It's carbon fiber and titanium, which titanium is fine, I think, but the carbon fiber, he cut some corners because innovators don't follow the rules, as he said. So I don't know about that. You fuck around and find out in the ocean, and you will find out pretty quick.
You know, innovators don't follow the rules, but I think you should probably follow the rules of science and physics and that kind of stuff.
You can make it look cool, but at least have it
put
structurally.
A spoiler on it.
They put like a flaming ribbon on the side or something. Put tassels coming out of it.
When are we going to build our submarine?
We're called Brain Leak. Our whole thing is about leaking, so we can build one in like a swimming pool.
We should.
Actually, even a swimming pool building a sub that's going to leak is very scary.
No. Not if you
Have
hold
seen
your
that
breath.
episode of Mythbusters where he's like in the car and he's like, oh, let's see what it's like to actually like go underwater and escape.
And that's the thing that I was talking about before. Because I think you have to wait until before you open the door. Hold on, I ran out of my meds. Before you open the door, when your car is underwater, okay, you have to wait for the inside of the car to fill up with water, and then you can open it.
Because it's pressure.
Yeah, because if you tried to open it, who's calling me? If you tried to open it, you wouldn't be able to open it.
Yep. That's physics, ladies and gentlemen. We should have water on the podcast.
Where?
Just fill up your house and be like...
I still think that we should someday do a Snooba episode. Remember?
We can.
Remember I showed you?
Yeah.
That would be so cool. We'd be
Let's
underwater.
Snooba.
Huh?
Let's Snooba.
Spencer, it's
okay, Spencer.
It's just Snooba.
It's just the water. What do you want to say, Spencer?
I know.
What do you got to say? No, he's all talk when he's off cam, and then when he gets on cam, he gets all shy.
It's all shy. What's your deal, bud? What's your deal? Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, good topic. Real uplifter.
Listen, why aren't we allowed to talk about sad things every once in a while?
That's true. Yeah.
We talked about why we were sad.
Yeah.
In that one episode.
I'm not as sad anymore because now I'm here hanging out with people. Now I have friends.
Isn't that nice?
But I go home in a few days, so I'm going to be sad again.
You're gonna be
and then the turmoil kicks in, and then the sadness will begin once again. And then suddenly I won't know what to do.
But it's
Where will I be?
Cycle.
It's a cycle that will never end. It'll continue. It's a negative feedback loop. I don't know. I'll probably like play some games.
Probably.
Final Fantasy 16 came out. I'll try it out. Whatever. Ethan, I see that you're growing a little festive fuzz on your face right now. Do you like that alliteration? Festive fuzzy face for the furry.
I like the alliteration, but I don't like this garbage that's on my face, but I just can't find a good thing to shave my face with. I wish there was a better way.
Well, you can!
Oh!
You can get Harry's, the best razors in all the land. They shave your face all up nice. I know I have a big old man bush going on my face, but sometimes I like to use the edge trimmer to get these little snaggle boys, these little rusticles.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. It's crazy because when I checked out Harry's right now after you told me about them, I was flabbergasted by the high quality razors and skin products that they provide. And they give such a premium shave, but without the premium price tag. It's affordable. It's great. It's convenient.
And without the premium pain in my face. Because my face itched and it hurt, but not with Harry. Harry treated me good. My face felt like a summer morning on a baby's behind, so smooth. Like I'd just come out of the womb.
The packaging was elegant. The shave was beautiful. The handle, weighty and like a samurai sword. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. The starter set. Oh, it's a $13 value, but if they went to harrys.com/brain, get it for just how much?
$3? That's $10 off.
That's crazy. You're practically stealing it. But it
includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. You can even get refills at as low as $2, half of what you pay for other blades.
It's so convenient because I always forget to get other blades when I'm out at the grocery store, but you can schedule them. It's great.
So, go to harrys.com/brain to get yourselves a kit.
Yes, that's harrys.com/BRAIN for your $3 starter set. Harry's.
Slashing prices like we're slashing hairs off our faces.
Thanks, Harry. You, speaking of games, you went to a fun little concert the other night.
I did. The video game concert. Yeah, Jack Black was there.
Tell me about it.
That's pretty good. We got there. Concert started like 10 minutes after we got there. That fucking venue is a nightmare. Being in the venue
the
is
Hollywood
super
Bowl?
cool. Yeah, the Hollywood Bowl. Like it's the outdoor one with like the stone steps and.
There's like no parking over there, and it's really confusing walking in, and then you have to go through security, and that's also confusing.
It's like, there's a bunch of lots for the parking, but they just pack you in like a ferry.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you have to get out, it's like, well, we can't go anywhere because there's a whole line of cars. We all have to wait for the front ones to get out. So if they're late to their car, it's like we're all stuck.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
On there.
Fucking bullshit.
I was thinking about that after you tweeted a little video of the Elden Ring theme.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about that, and I was like, we talked about this the other day. It's like, it's crazy that that's somebody's job. That's so cool. You just, like, I play trumpet. Like, what do you do? I'm a doctor. What do you do? I'm a teacher. What do you do? I play trombone.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
I'm a fourth chair French horn.
What does that mean?
So you have first chair violin is like the most important member of the orchestra. All right, I don't know if important is the best way of saying it, but the conductor come out and then the conductor comes out. So everybody else is already sitting, but first chair comes out and like leads everything because they're like I think they're the main melody.
It's like team captain, violin.
Pretty much,
violin
yeah.
Team captain.
Everybody kind of like follows them. I think I'm not well versed in orchestras.
And they probably get all the cool solos and stuff.
Yeah, they're like the one carrying most of the like important melodies. But I think they come out and they start the. Have you ever been to an orchestral thing and they start the tuning in the beginning, or not the tuning, but like it's like to signify that everyone's ready and they all play like a thing
I went
together.
Once to the Hollywood Bowl. I saw Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince live.
Oh yeah,
and that was sick. It was really cool because spoiler alert: when Dumbledore died, everybody took the.
They didn't like the Dumbledore.
Listen,
died.
guys,
It's
it came
been
out
years.
a while ago.
Sorry for the spoilers.
I know. Chica, calm down. Henry, please.
Guys,
It's
come on.
fine.
I know you're Dumble stands, but chill the fuck out, okay?
It happened a long time ago. But anyway, when Dumbledore died, everybody in the Hollywood Bowl put their phone flashlights on and held it up with
that's
everybody in the wands. It was really cool. It was like kind of like, this is so nerdy, and then everyone started doing it, and it was like, actually, this is kind of awesome.
Oh, nerds are real.
Nerds are real, and they're here.
Yeah, it was cool. I like the Hollywood Bowl.
Mhm.
We were like front left, so like really close to the front, and we got like a dinner and a bottle of wine. It was very nice. Like spoiled ourselves, treated ourselves.
What games were present?
They did.
And for context, this was done through the Video Game Awards, right?
Yeah, so Jeff Keighley came out and introduced it. And it
They
was
have cool shoes on?
No, he just had black shoes for a suit. I'm sorry, he didn't have his Nike kicks on.
Fuck.
I was waiting for him to come out and everyone go 1, 2, buckle my shoe. It was cool. They did like Diablo 4, Star Wars. They did Last of Us, which was. Ooh. I think if I didn't have such a strong affiliation to like Elden Ring and FromSoft, the Last of Us one would have been the best one.
Yeah.
Because Gustavo, I don't know how to pronounce the second name, Santiorara or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I don't speak the language. But he came out and he's like an old man. He was like had to be helped out, and he was like with his little walking stick, and then he came out and diddled away on his like Spanish guitar.
And he went bring dim 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 dim.
It was sick. And they had like they always do like the video with it, and other things was like, oh, here's Kratos, and the God of War one actually was really fucking cool because Ivor came out and sang her like,
oh, with the drum.
Yeah,
I saw that.
She was cool. But they normally show like bits of the game, and then for Last of Us, they didn't show any characters. It was just environments.
This is the first time that they've done this, right?
Yeah, it was for the 10th year anniversary of the Game Awards.
Damn.
But that
Makes me sad that I didn't go because I could have thought about it.
You could have. We had like 2 empty seats in the box that we were in. You could just buy tickets. You showed up and been like, "Hey, wish I like a video game."
Could have, but I didn't because I'm stupid.
That's okay.
That's nice that you guys had a little date night. Got to see all these video games.
Yeah, we got to hang out with some friends, and we had fun, and we talked about video games. And some of our friends are like people who helped make the video games that were being played. So I think that that's really cool. And some of the people, like someone from the God of War team, came up and said that they liked my videos on it, which was fun.
That's nice.
And other people who there was a lot of people who made the games there. Yeah. So that was fun, and we got to hear like the Spider-Man 2 theme for the first time. Ooh. They released that online same day.
Did it go? Spider-Man, Spider-Man,
Peter Parker, Miles Morales. Yeah,
I really like it in the songs where it goes.
Yeah, Halo wasn't there. But he was saying like they did fireworks that were like done to the timing of the music as well, which was cool. And then he was like, there's one extra treat at the end, so stay around for that. And I should have clocked it earlier. Evelyn called it before I did because they wheeled out a piano and some guy was dressed as Toad.
Yeah.
And she was like, haha, Peaches. And I was like, ha, wait. And I was like, there's no way Jack Black and Kyle Gass were there just for the video game song that they did, because that's like a 2-minute song.
Because they did that like right at the beginning, right?
It was right before intermission.
Oh.
And then he came out and did Peaches, but it was like a slightly extended version of it, which was cool. I was like, man, that's cool that I got to see that in person.
That's cool.
Video games are real.
They're real life.
I love video games.
That's
like,
sweet.
We one thing that I didn't expect, because like every time we go to these concerts, it's like doesn't matter if we've seen like Lord of the Rings in concert, Harry Potter, Final Fantasy medleys, and then Final Fantasy VII Remake, and every time I like cry at some song, and then like Elden Ring, it affected Evelyn more than it affected me, but I teared up watching that one and God of War, because I was just sitting there, I was like, this is so cool. I used to be a kid in my room playing video games and know what was going on, and I was here and everyone likes them. It's awesome.
It's wild seeing stuff like that live, because I feel like, specifically, I guess maybe this happened more for me because I was watching it alongside a movie.
Yeah.
But I like forgot at one point that it was a live orchestra doing it, because it's just the soundtrack that you know.
And they're so good at it that you don't realize that it's like different.
Yeah. Did that happen at all for you, where you're just like, man, this music's cool, and then you were like, wait, they're right there doing it?
Yeah, I was like staring at the screen and I was like, oh, cool. I remember playing this part of the game, and I was like, wait, I should be looking at the orchestra. These guys are, I played the game. But what I didn't expect was they did a thing for Arcane, the League of Legends show. And that was like the first song they played, and I started like crying and tearing up at that one, because I was like, she just wanted her sister. She's like standing there with the flare. She's like, she just wants her sister to come home and fix everything.
Yeah, she did. I didn't watch this show.
You didn't see Arcane? Oh, you're such a fucking fat phony.
Yeah, well, you know, I don't know.
That's why you changed your name from Crank Gameplays. You don't even like video games.
I don't even like video games, and I don't even like anime, and I don't even watch any of it.
When they do the Harry Potter one and the Lord of the Rings one, japers, crapers, there's noises happening. When they do the movies live, they cut out the music from the movie, and then the orchestra plays it over it. So they only have the sounds, like sound effects and voices.
Yeah.
So all the music's gone.
Yeah.
But there's a couple of points, like we saw Order of the Phoenix, so that was the one where it was like, he's back. But there was a point where Dumbledore and Voldemort are fighting each other.
Yeah.
But because the music's cut out, you can hear the ADR dialogue better. So you could hear Voldemort going like, as he like puts out the one and like, and that's like not on set. It's not on the soundstage, but it's done ADR afterwards, and it always sounds so weird.
I didn't notice that. I want access to all those files, like with either no sound effects or no music.
Just like the Mummy trailer that came out with Tom Cruise, and they forgot to add. They just had the ADR voices or like the dialogue, and it's just him in the plane going like. So it was like a version of Harry Potter like that.
It's so good.
The Lord of the Rings one, though, that's the craziest one we've ever been to. And like Gandalf fell and died, and it was like the lady came out and sang like, and I was like me and Evelyn was bawling our eyes out, being like,
listen to that song in the car, and that part of the song is only like the last little.
I know, and it was like, here it comes, fly, you fools!
It's so cool.
It was epic. And then it was like, Gimli,
Where did you see that?
Get the map. And then Frodo's crying, and I'm like, the map, me too, single tear.
Did you see that in London?
Oh, she roll out a hole, babe.
Was it in the London Symphony Orchestra?
Yeah, London Philharmonic or Symphony Orchestra, whatever the fuck they call him.
Who's Phil?
I don't know, but he's harmonic.
Hey,
Royal Albert Hall's cool. And we usually like to splurge on it because it's like, when are you ever going to get to do this again?
Mm-hmm.
So we only really go for the ones that we really want to see. And then we get like a little box and you get like a meal and wine and stuff with it.
Bloodborne hasn't happened,
No!
but you want it to.
Fucking wanted to. They did one. Was it Denmark or Sweden did one that we watched the video of? And like the lady came out and they did like a whole medley of it. Like 3 songs merged together. I'm like, man, that's a once in a lifetime. They're never going to do that again. Bloodborne's fucking dead and I hate it.
If they did it again, would you go to wherever they did it?
I would fly to see it. And I would ask to be on stage just staring at everybody. I'd be like, I will pay you $500 million to just be on stage to look at this.
You're going around with a little clipboard, just like, good trumpet. Yes, that's a flute. Good job.
Wow, look at the voice on you. Excellent. Crazy. Nice shoes.
Ooh, cool tuba. How much does it weigh?
How much you tube?
How much? Oh, you tube.
Oh, you're tubing right now? I tube too.
The official instrument of YouTube is a tuba.
Yeah, why don't they have like a womp womp kind of soundtrack to it?
We should go for a video and join an orchestra. It would be so easy, and we could definitely do that.
Yeah.
I'm
like,
sure.
can we join your orchestra? Sure. We're just practicing for like the fucking Star Wars concert we have going on in 2 days.
Yeah.
And then we're just sitting there like, whoop, 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 whoop.
I don't
Cool,
even-
cool tuba.
I don't even know if we could make any noises. Have you ever played one of them instruments? What are
I
they called?
tried to play a trumpet
Mhm.
and doing the whole like into it. I'm not good at it.
I played trumpet in 5th grade, switched to baritone in 6th grade, and then it got too heavy and I quit.
Baritone is the good one. I want to play an oboe.
Is that the one that kind of looks like a clarinet, but it's got a little...
Yeah,
Little
it's
wood
like
guy.
It's like fat clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
What about a French horn?
I do. French horns are underrated, but that also runs into that problem. Yeah,
It's kind of cool.
yeah. Do that into the mic. Now just imagine that with notes.
Yeah, or if it was an elephant.
Bum.
Yeah, that'd be so cool.
I wanna learn how to play a cello. Cello is my favorite instrument.
Did we go? So with you, we went to round 1 the other day, and there's a saxophone there, and I have all the
Yeah.
points on my card. And I
And I
was
told
like,
you to
"Man."
buy it, and you were like, "Well, I don't want to carry it around with me." And I was like, "It's gonna be gone, pussy boy."
Well, it had been gone, and then it came back. So they have many saxophones in the
we
back.
went there like 2 days ago. It's still there.
Still there. Still have a shot. Well, we were about to go see a movie. I'm not gonna get a saxophone and then
Why not?
Bring it to the movie. Then I have to warm up in the lobby, and nobody knows.
I don't know if I have.
I don't know how to-
reeds with me.
I don't even know if it comes with reeds.
No, probably not.
You have to all over the reed.
Please don't.
That's what you have to do.
Why?
You have to. I don't know. That's the
Dip it in
rule that
water.
they have. That's a good point. Saxophone players and other woodwind players out there, why don't you just dip it in water? Why do you got?
You made it sound like saxophone was a woodwind.
Isn't that? What are they?
Brass.
But there's wood.
They're not made of wood.
The reed is made of wood,
That's made of reed.
which is probably wood. It looks like wood. It looks like a little piece of wood.
It's like fibrous.
I don't know the difference of all these instruments, other than percussion is drums.
What's your favorite? Percussion's not just drums; it's also cymbals. And timpanis and glockenspiels.
Timpanis. If I could play,
Not just to play, but like you hear an instrument in an orchestral soundtrack, or like there's a movie sound, or it doesn't have to be like a physical instrument. It could be like a synth or something as well, which I guess have a physicality to them. But anything like that, for me, it's always cello. If there's a soundtrack that has cello in it, like that really dark sound.
oh, the like deep, like
yeah, like the Joker soundtrack or Bloodborne soundtrack.
cello's a pretty good one.
I wanna make something and then have Hildur Gudnadottir. I think that's her name, who did the Joker soundtrack. She's like one of my favorite composers. I want her to make music for me, but she's way above my talents, and she would be debasing herself, degrading her talent.
Now, this is not my favorite, but I think going on the other side of the cello, I think harps are pretty cool.
Harps are cool.
Just because they're so big. Like, how do you learn how to play a
That's
harp?
the symbol of Ireland.
That's crazy.
Is
Is
a
it?
harp.
Why?
Used to be on our money. It's the Guinness logo is a harp.
Oh, it is. Wow.
I don't know why. Maybe,
have
I
a
don't know if
Guinness.
it's invented in Ireland.
I have Guinness here, but I bought it because I wanted. I bought it because I wanted to open it and do the pouring thing because I was like, I've never poured a Guinness, but they came in bottles and you don't have to do that.
Oh yeah, you didn't get the can with the nitrogen ball in it.
I want the nitrogen ball. I want the can with the balls in
Did
it.
you know that the Guinness World Records book is made by the guy who invented actual Guinness?
I was just about to say, I've not even ever thought about that in my whole life. Did you know that Michelin stars come from the tire company?
What's that connection?
Because Michelin had like some sort of magazine and it was like, here's things that you can do on your road trips after you buy our tires. And then they're like, you can go to these restaurants. And then for some reason, it just became like a way bigger thing.
That weirdly makes a lot of sense.
That is the origin. Is originally it's Michelin tires being like, go to these places after you buy our tires and go on a road
make
trip.
your purchase bald.
Yeah.
I think Arthur Guinness, the guy who invented Guinness, he was like a big fan of trivia, so he just made the book and then it became what it is.
Damn.
I can't remember exactly the sequencing.
That's crazy.
But yeah,
What about soccer boppers? J. Arnold Soccer Bopper. Do you think that's right?
J. Robert Oppenheimer invented the soccer bopper.
I'm so excited to see Oppenheimer and also Barbie.
We just got an invite to the premiere this morning, and we get to see it 8 days early.
To Oppenheimer or to Barbie? Or to Yes?
Oppenheimer.
Here?
No, London.
London, in it. Aren't you coming around that time?
This is earlier. It's 8 days earlier. I could see it a whole week earlier than other people. And I can be like, spoiler, they set off a nuke.
Spoiler, it had a big ending.
An explosive ending. Spoiler, the history of that thing is fucked.
It's bad. It's so crazy thinking about nuke towns. You know,
Nuketown, USA.
you know, they just made all these fake towns and dropped bombs on them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Well, they didn't drop bombs. They didn't build a town just to drop bombs on them. They started building towns because the families had to move there because the scientists had to work so hard on it.
Oh, I thought
That's
just
what the
made
movie's about. It shows them like moving everybody into this like tiny town that they built just to make the atomic bomb.
And they dropped that bomb on it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Fuck it up. And then they're like, yeah, that fucks up all the buildings.
Who knew?
Yeah, those first tests are probably like, how far away should we be? And it probably wasn't nearly far enough away.
Yeah, how did they figure that out? I can't wait to see Cillian Murphy just really like rack his brain on
I can't wait to see the bomb go off and see his facial animations change and act his fucking Irish little ass off. He's a great actor.
He is a great actor. I love Cillian Murphy.
Do you know about the Demon Core?
No.
That was like, I don't actually know the very specifics of it. I thought I was.
Do you know about the Demon Core? No. Oh, neither do I.
Neither do I. I was hoping you would. I was hoping you could meet me like halfway. But I think it was like a thing for like it was like the materials for nuclear bombs and stuff, but they didn't use it, so they were going to do tests on it. And it was like sitting in a room, and you could get like close to it. I think you just couldn't get much exposure off it because the atomic stuff hadn't like kicked in, like when you mix the stuff together. And then some guy, I think 2 people actually died from it, and one guy, he was near it and he was working on it, and like a screwdriver fell and hit it, and that was enough to be like, as soon as that happened, he was like, well, that's it. He was like, I have days and I'm dead because the radiation off it then just kicked in. I know.
It's
nuclear
crazy.
power is scary.
That's so horrible. Radiation is so scary. It's just
Yeah.
like, I'm in a room and I can't see or hear or smell or taste any of this, but I'm going to be dead in a matter of days now.
Yeah. Put up a picture of the Demon Core. It looks fucking sick.
Well, I want to now look at what the Demon Core
You've probably
looks
seen it before, but it I think 2 dudes died from it.
The Demon Core.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking sick if you ask me.
Is this the Demon Core? Little ball?
Yep. But the housing for it looks cooler. They have to like put stuff around it so the radiation didn't get out.
Dude, how did they How do they figure this stuff out?
That's what you got to watch Robert Oppenheimer for.
God, you ever think about that with science and technology? It's like, how the fuck did we figure anything out ever? I can't even do long division. How did they make the internet? How did they make audio happen?
I think about that playing games. I'm like, that's a bunch of ones and zeros, but somehow it makes me chop down a tree and light it on fire, and then the wind kicks me into the air.
It's like, what?
Well, that's specific to Zelda.
How's
They're
this
smart.
working? It's
I don't
insane.
know. I thought about that a lot. We were talking about Newgrange in Ireland, which is like the stone tomb thing, which is older than the pyramids.
Newgrange?
It's very fucking old. It's like a burial tomb thing in Ireland that on the summer solstice, the sunlight lines up perfectly that goes down the tunnel and lights up the inside chamber. It's like they did that thousands of years ago. Before the pyramids. They knew where the sun was going to be on that day and they built a whole fucking thing around it.
For fun.
Yeah. Well, that probably wasn't for fun. For them, they probably thought it was for like
Worshipping.
the sun god is going to bless us if we have an altar for him.
Probably, yeah. The burp god is gonna come and give me more burps if I burp really well.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the fact that Ireland has different months for the seasons than most places. What are summer? What's the 3 months for summer?
June, July, August.
Yeah, for Irish people, it's May, June, July.
No, August?
And no, because August is autumn.
But August is like one of the hotter ones.
Well, it's when the seasons start changing for us. But it was, I don't know what the instigation for it was, but I always thought that, because you guys were talking about the summer solstice being the first day of summer. And I was like, no, the summer solstice is the middle of summer.
The summer solstice, is it the first day of summer? I thought it was also just the longest day, which it is the longest
Yeah,
day.
because for us, it's like it's the longest day. So the days after that start getting shorter again. So that would be the apex of summer. So then it peters out into autumn then.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And it was also like the best day of harvesting. And it was like a whole thing to be like, bless our harvest when it comes to autumn, because we're going to start like reaping what we sowed.
Why don't we call it the big day? Because it is.
The biggest day. Because then you have to call the other one the littlest day.
No, we don't. Well.
Solstice is a cool word, though.
Yeah, but if we just call it, tomorrow's the big day.
But I kept talking about that with people. I'm like, May, June, July. Oh, yeah, summer. They're like, what? Obviously for our hemisphere, not for like Australia or whatever.
I would call May spring, entering summer. The end of spring.
Yeah,
is
see,
May.
spring is February, March, April for us.
February.
Yeah, February.
What are you talking
You
about?
fucking pronounce her by her proper name.
February.
Yeah. What, do you go to the library?
The library. Sometimes. February is winter.
No, it's not. Not in Ireland.
There's fucking snow everywhere.
Not in Ireland. We don't get snow.
What happens?
It's spring. It's the changing because January's like the coldest, and then after that it starts getting hotter again.
Okay, so you tell me what it is in Ireland. Okay, we'll start in the new year.
Yeah.
No, we won't. We're gonna start in summer. So summer is June, July, August.
May, June, July.
Okay. Fall.
Autumn, September, October.
Okay. September, October, November.
Did I say autumn, September, October? August, September, October.
Yeah. So fall is September, October, November. Winter is
November, December, January.
December, January, February.
Because it also makes sense because the winter solstice is in the middle of December, which is the shortest day, and then they start getting longer again. Our way makes more sense.
Listen, I'm just telling you what it is.
And we did the summer solstice on the fucking longest day with our Newgrange thing way before your country even existed.
That's true. I'm
You
just
guys are
telling-
fucking babies.
I
You're babies
know.
playing in the playground of life.
Stupid and terrible. And
1776.
everything about America is
Let's
just
make a
so
country.
bad.
Put your
And-
fucking John Hancock on it. Whoops, took up the whole page.
And then we fucking killed everybody and took their land. America is a horrible place.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not. I'm just
And he's-
telling you what I learned.
And
the
it's
seasons
founded
are.
by an Italian who thought he hit India.
Isn't he a Spaniard?
Spaniard. For some reason, I thought he was Italian.
Yeah.
A Spanish person that thought he hit India.
Mm.
So we call people Indians like a fucking dumbass.
Mm-hmm.
What is Christopher Columbus? And you guys celebrate him. You have a day off for him.
No.
Which, to be fair, do you not?
Well, not anymore. It's now Indigenous Peoples Day.
Oh, that's better. I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, good for
No,
you. You made a good change over here.
we've known And the public school is finally starting to, I think change just a little bit because definitely when I was a kid, it was
Change the
like
narrative.
it was like, oh, Columbus Day, blah 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 blah. Yeah, Columbus used to be a bigger deal, and now it's just like, ooh,
Yeah, that's good. That's progress.
we wouldn't have Christopher Columbus on our podcast.
And it's like the first people who are like learning about Columbus. And it's like he was Spanish. It's like I thought you were American.
That's so American. To be fair, though, now
Fucking weird ass country. Weird.
How
Just
does anybody
bad
know where anything is back then? know?
Now we're going back to the times of like, how did they figure out math and science? It's like it's a long storied history of just trying shit over and over again and people drawing maps.
It's great. Cartography is fucking nuts. They just went places and documented it.
Yeah.
How do you ever do that without satellites? How do you do that accurately? They didn't.
They just traced everything.
But it's
They're
just like,
cheaters. They just went around the edge of the planet and they were like, oh, fucking draw it.
That's crazy. No wonder people were like, the edge of the earth, you're going to fall off someday because we didn't know anything about anything back then.
Anyway, let's shift gears into
Ad reads.
my balls!
Your sweet little balls, Sean.
no, now it's my cock and balls!
Why? What have you been doing to them?
The fire's spreading because I have so much bush.
Why?
It's a wildfire down there.
Why do you have so much bush?
Because I don't know how to get rid of it.
Oh, well, you silly man. All you got to do is go to manscaped.com and get yourself a Performance Package 4.0. It's got everything you need in there, including the Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer.
What?
That's right. Their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer features cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. It has a 7,000 RPM motor and a new multi-function on-off switch that can engage a travel lock, and it gives you the ability to turn on the 4,000 Kelvin LED spotlight so then you can shave in the dark and see every little spot.
Whoa,
that you need
that's
to hit.
cool. And also, I'd like to read some of the thing. They've also got crop preserver ball deodorant and a travel bag.
Yeah.
Shears 2.0, a luxury nail kit. A luxury nail kit? I can't speak. A luxury nail grooming kit.
You know, if your balls are trimmed, you can't keep your fingers unkempt.
As a treat, you should add in the crop mops to your order. A moist towelette. Make it feel like you're in the Mile High Club when they come by and they're like, food for you? Hot towel?
Oh, I love it when they give a little hot towel. It's so
Hot towel for your beach balls.
Yes, that is so nice. Sean, if I wanted to get 20% off and free shipping, what would I do to achieve such a thing?
I would go to manscaped.com and use the promo code LEAK.
That's manscaped.com and use the code LEAK at checkout.
Wow, summer's here and my balls are saved. Thank you, Manscaped. Let's shift gears into our cereals that we did.
Oh, God. I forgot.
I don't know if the video about the cereals is out, but we did one where I finally got to try all the cereals here. And I tweeted out that American cereals fucking suck. And boy, did that kick the fucking beehive.
We did a cereal tier list, an American cereal tier list. I know, Spencer. It was crazy.
Yeah, I hate fucking Golden Grams as well.
And we had 22 cereals in one sitting, which was awful. And I haven't had cereal in a while, but I think us having so much cereal contributed to them just tasting worse and worse and worse because we were already full and like it was not good stomach wise. But
Great content though.
great content.
Top tier. It's going to be a good video.
Top of the morning coffee.
Shout out.
Wasn't present, unfortunately.
Shout out. Buy my coffee.
But we talked about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all the cereals that I remember knowing and loving as a child, eat them now. It's either way too much fucking sugar, where it's like this tastes like eating chemicals. Fruity Pebbles, or Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah. Fruit Loops and Fruity Pebbles.
Yeah, the fruit ones were. It tasted like eating chemicals.
I See, there's some of them like Rice Krispies and things like that. Like we have those in Europe, and I don't know if I just grew up being used to those, or if it is the fact that we have to put real shit in our food in Europe, and you guys don't. But Fruity Pebbles are awful.
Yeah,
like those were legitimately shockingly bad.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like anything real was in them. There's no semblance of fruit. It's like someone looked at a picture of fruit and tried to guess what it tasted like.
And all of these had been purchased the night before. Fruity Pebbles specifically, like it tasted rancid.
Like, it tasted like you left it out and they like got soft.
Yeah, but not in like a stale way. Like the fruit in them, the fake fruit that doesn't actually exist in them. The fake fruit went bad. Like it was so weird. But all the cereals tasted really either very chemically and gross and artificial and super sugary, or tasted like nothing and depression.
I get it. American people got very upset at me because that's your childhood. That's what you grew up with. But I just think you're used to it because that's all you've tasted. I feel like you haven't tasted cereals from other places in the world. I've tried both, and I know which I like better. You've probably only tried one, and you're coming at me? She came down in a bubble, dog.
Oh, my God, dude. When I come to the UK next, we have to do the same video, but we have to do UK cereals.
Yes.
Yes.
And it'll be a normal amount of milk, not a fucking gallon.
Listen.
That's like 2 cows.
I'm going to defend the gallon of milk. My family always bought a gallon of milk growing up because it was me and my brother drinking the milk. We'd have cereal every single morning for breakfast. 2 growing boys, and my brother would eat like 10 bowls of cereal.
Our milk lasts like a week until it like expires.
Yeah. We would go through like a gallon of milk in a week.
Why are people so... It's so weird.
Also, well, hold on. I don't think that you guys had this in the UK because growing up in the United States back in the early 2000s, 90s, 2000s, it was like you have to drink milk to get your bones strong. I don't know
we
if
had that
same propaganda
We
existed.
had the exact same thing.
Yeah.
We just don't have Costco-sized shit of everything. Where it's like buy in bulk. It's like you guys buy shit like it's like you're in the apocalypse.
We do.
Like you're gonna fucking run out at any moment.
Costco and like BJ's and Sam's Club and stuff are fucking nutty places. Like it. Have you been to a Costco?
I haven't actually.
Oh, we should go to a Costco for a video. It is so overwhelming. There's so much stuff, and there's the variety of things. You can buy anything that you want, as much as you want.
Can I buy like a year's worth of cereal?
Yeah, probably. You can like buy. Can't you buy like pallets of things at Costco?
Probably.
It's nuts. It's crazy.
But yes, American cereals don't taste good because you guys need regulations on what can go in your food. I'm sorry. You're going to get mad at me. I know. I hear you. I just want the best for you. But it really, like everything tasted fake. And everyone was like, oh, you need to
because everything is fake.
They were like, you need to try Apple Jacks because those taste amazing. And we tried it and I was like, that didn't taste like anything.
No.
That had no flavor.
No.
But I will say Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Frosted Mini Wheats are like top tier.
Frosted Mini Wheats are really good. I'm actually really surprised.
Hankering for a bowl of them right now.
Frosted Mini Wheats are really good. I'm very surprised that you liked Cinnamon Toast Crunch as much as you did.
Why?
Because it's pretty sugary, and so I thought that
but it's like
a
spiced sugar. It has it has good crunch.
Cinnamon sugar.
Yeah, it has like a great taste. It's not overpowering. It kind of is, but then it leaves the milk nice. It just has all of the elements of like a good cereal. Changes the milk, tastes good, just sugary enough, great texture. It fills you. Some of those cereals is like, I'm not going to get full from this. I'm like snackish. But when you want to like eat dinner, but you don't want to cook, Cinnamon Toast Crunch has got your back. People know what I'm talking about. It's the same with Captain Crunch. It's like, you shut up for a second. Captain Crunch is all about like, it doesn't taste amazing, but that's one of the ones where it's like, I would eat like 3 bowls of that and be satiated.
Yeah.
It's the same way, what was it, Life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking good. I'm also just old.
I don't want
to shut the fuck
I don't want to spoil the whole video, but I did feel very validated when you picked up Cheerios, and I was like, this shit sucks. And you were like, no, Cheerios are so good. And then you tried them and you were like, this tastes like I'm going to die tomorrow.
I don't know if it's the same here, but when it comes to Cheerios, they're always like, it's 4 whole grain oats. It's like there's like 4 different types of Cheerio in the box. Here it felt like all the circles were all just the same thing. But in England and Ireland, it's like you have 4 types of like hearty whole grains, and they're supposed to be like good for you.
I forgot to tell you to get. It's like an old person cereal, but I really like it. Some of you at home are about to fucking slander me for this one. It's called Cracklin' Oat Bran, and it's really good.
Crackling oat bread.
It kind of tastes
Dude,
like
you gotta stay
cardboard a little
regular.
bit, but it's a lot of fiber. It's a lot of fiber, but
you
they're
got-
big
you
and
got-
crunchy.
Yeah.
They're good. I like them.
See, that's the cereal you should be eating.
Mhm.
That's what cereal should be. Because people are like, oh, what the fuck do you eat in Ireland then? Just plain cornflakes? And I was like, I used to love that growing up. Just plain cornflakes. Well, as a kid, I would just coat it in sugar.
Yeah.
But it's like a nice fucking, well, the cornflakes back home are good. I imagine if we got cornflakes here, they would taste like Spencer's insides.
I will say, Frosted Flakes hold up well.
Yeah,
Frosted
they
Flakes are
fucking
good.
slap. They're great, as Tony would say.
Yeah.
We should have Tony on the pod.
Yeah, we should. We should actually put them in right now, right here.
That's too much work for the editor to
The
do.
effects team. A whole.
Hey, what up, guys? I don't know how Tony talks other than they're great. They're great. Fuck off,
Um,
Tony. Go ride a bike or something. What does
I-
Tony do? He plays basketball?
He does all the sports, I think.
Oh, because he eats the cereal and then he has enough energy to do what he wants.
It's all about like earning your stripes or
Who's
something.
we? People also told me that we should have got Oreo O's, which I didn't know were a thing.
No, we shouldn't have. We should have gotten. I think some cereals that we maybe were missing. Cracklin' Oat Bran, just for me because I like that cereal. But I think maybe Honey Bunches of Oats are also another classic
Yeah,
that are really good.
we should have had. People wanted Special K red berries, which I am partial to at home. I do like that. But I
don't think
imagine
it would have been the same.
it probably wouldn't have been the same.
No. Do you eat cereal at home?
Not really.
Yeah, neither do I, Spence. I know. I usually don't have breakfast.
Yeah.
It's not great.
I had a moment where I was eating cereal more recently, but it was like at nighttime. I don't eat it for breakfast really. I had like a week where I ate it for breakfast.
I do love a midnight bowl of cereal.
Oh yeah.
A bowl of cereal, a nice meal right before bed, as the
Yeah.
doctor wants.
But some of those, like, you're not gonna eat fucking cinnamon toast crunch before bed. You're gonna be bouncing off the walls. That's how you know I'm old. It's like no coffee after 2 p.m. Please. I'll be
You can't do
I'll be
coffee
up
after
all
2?
night.
2 p.m.
Yeah, nobody should be drinking coffee after 2 p.m.
Well, I'll drink coffee at 8 o'clock.
Caffeine stays in your system for 10 hours.
Not the way I use it.
And people are always like, I just can't sleep. It's like, when was the last caffeine drink you had? I was like, I had 3 Red Bulls and I just can't sleep. I don't know what's going on. I had an espresso martini at dinner. I had an espresso after my food.
I love an espresso after a meal, and I love an affogato.
Oh, fuck yeah.
They're very good.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't have it after like dinner anymore because I just won't sleep. I'm really old now.
I don't have that problem.
You just
don't?
sleep anyway?
Yeah.
Do you feel rested though?
I never feel rested.
Maybe something to look into. Spencer, can you fucking calm down? Thanks, bud.
What time do you go to bed?
Like midnight, but I fall asleep at like 1 a.m.
Okay. It depends on the night. Lately I've been going to bed sometimes like 10:30. And it's sick.
That slaps.
Yeah. And people are gonna be like, oh, lame, blah blah blah. And it's like
It's not fucking lame. People
it's
always
like-
talk about wanting to sleep more. People sleep in the middle of the day. How many
Yeah.
people are like, oh, I can't sleep, but they like nap in the middle of the day?
It's so great. Jocelyn's about to fall asleep behind the camera right now.
I heard from my psychiatrist who diagnosed me with ADHD that napping in the middle of the day is a bad sign of health.
Oh, interesting. Do you ever take a nap and you wake up and you feel like you've just died?
I never take naps.
Never?
No.
When was the last time you took a nap?
Probably like jet lagged,
Oh,
but that's kind of it.
I
But
like
you,
a nap.
you got to power through. There's something else wrong if you have to be napping in the middle of the day. It's great to nap.
That's
It
true.
feels amazing. If you get like a good power nap in, you feel refreshed, you feel good. But that just means that you got a bad night's sleep and the source of the problem is somewhere else.
Mm.
I don't think people should be napping unless you're a baby or like over 50.
That's just true, I guess.
Somebody's going to come out and be like, "Oh, actually, naps are." I'm not a science man. I don't know. This is what my psychiatrist told me, and she could be bullshitting me. She could be gaslighting me into thinking that there's something wrong with me.
You can't see. Your eyes are closed.
Peekaboo.
We should have a sleep expert on the podcast. Tell us what the fucked up about
Oh
our sleep.
yeah, let's get fucking what's his name?
Sleep guy.
Yeah, Justin was talking about him.
Sleepy man.
All he'd do is talk about cold plunges and circadian rhythms.
We didn't do the cold plunge.
Fuck. That's fine.
Next time. Someday.
You want to do some bad advice?
Yeah, let's do some bad advice.
Okay. What you got for bad advice? Give me one. Hit my ear holes with something good.
This one comes in from Steph. Hey guys, terrible sin has been committed in my house and I need advice on what to do next. Yesterday, my husband and I went grocery shopping and I bought a box of those Edmonton's chocolate little donuts they have for breakfast. I was so excited to have them with my cup of top of the morning coffee.
Hell yeah, shout out.
But alas, my husband, whom gets up before I do for work, stole the box and took them to work.
Fucking donut thief.
I'm devastated by this betrayal. Legally, 50% of those donuts were mine. What is the best way to get revenge on my donut stealing husband?
Oh, I think nothing short of murder is on the cards right now. Someone steals your donuts? That's fucking jail time.
Now, I agree, but you have to be very, very careful. Okay? Because are these powdered donuts? Because if they are,
They said they were chocolate covered.
you can have chocolate powdered donuts.
These are new to me. I don't know. I just know the little white ones.
Yeah, the little guys.
They have like cocoa powder dusting ones.
Yeah.
Those don't sound as good.
Because if you
I think
do
that's
murder-
I think that's the crime committed is that you didn't go for the white ones. You went for the other ones.
That is true. Actually, you should get the white sugar ones. But if you do a murder on somebody for donuts, there's gonna be so much evidence because your little fucking grubby little hands are gonna be covered in the powdered sugar.
yeah.
And there's gonna be
You've
all over
already
the place.
dusted for prints.
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Mhm.
You buy another box of donuts.
Mm.
Like just go nuts. Leave it for a bit. Don't say anything. Don't even be like, "Oh, I'm upset." Don't say like, "Oh, did you bring them to work? How did the guys like them?" or anything like that.
Mhm.
Just buy another box. Buy yourself a syringe. Crush up some rat poison and start injecting the donuts.
Did we do this already in a different episode?
Probably.
With rat poison?
I love a good rat poison. I love a good killing. No, you need to start filling the donuts with something gross like mayonnaise. Or unless he fucking loves mayonnaise. He could absolutely adore mayonnaise.
Now that's good. If they're a cream or custard filled donut, it's so easy to replace that stuff. You
Yeah.
could replace it with shampoo. You could replace it with mayo, ranch.
You could do anything really. It'll just soak into the sponge. Just put in something like find what he fucking hates. Just start putting fragrances, textures, materials around him to see what he gets like a visceral reaction out of him. You have to start putting those in the donuts.
You know what you should do? You want to have a donut for a sweet, tasty treat, right?
Yeah.
So instead, you should try and make your husband think that he doesn't want that anymore. He doesn't want that sweet, tasty treat because it's not a sweet, tasty treat because you're replacing all the filling with like broccoli cheddar soup or something.
That sounds fucking awesome.
But it's not sweet anymore.
Oh, that's true. There is
No?
nothing worse than when you're trying to bite into something sweet and it's savory. Sweet?
Sweet
Sweet?
when
Or it's like those things where it's like, oh, I got you like a chocolate egg or something, but then you just coat an actual egg in chocolate and then you're like, have a taste. And they bite into it and it's like actual egg comes out.
What are your thoughts on deviled eggs?
I love them.
Can't get enough of them, actually.
Anyway,
And
back
we
to
should
murder.
Put it to the test. We should put it to the test for a video. How many deviled eggs can we eat in one sitting?
I don't like any challenges that will make me vomit.
I don't think it will. I think I could eat 50 deviled eggs.
Are those the ones that are like cut in half with like Dijon mustard on top?
Yeah.
50.
I think I could eat 50.
So like 25 full eggs.
Yeah. I think I could do
What
it.
about a Scotch egg?
What's a Scotch egg? I don't remember.
It's like an egg wrapped in like sausage
Oh, that's so much more.
and then breaded
Oh, Jesus. I could eat
and
half,
deep fried.
half of one. I could eat. You have two choices: half a Scotch egg or 50 deviled eggs. I think I'd go
Oh.
for the deviled eggs.
I think I'd walk out of the room
Do you want
into
to?
traffic.
Do you want to eat deviled eggs with me for a video?
Sure.
Okay, great. I can't wait.
But I'm not good with like, oh, that's not a gross one. It's when it's like gross things, I can't do it. Like even before it hits my mouth, I will gag on your child. I meant to say like vomit on your child, but I don't usually vomit. I just go, So if there are any kids in the vicinity, they'll just see me go,
Do you get like Matt Watson? If I made a gagging noise, would you start to gag after?
It's not that bad, but if I like get a whiff of like poop or like puke or anything like that, like even if you put like fucking buttermilk fried chicken with sweet chili sauce in front of me, and then we're like, that's poop. Or like you convince me that it's something else, and I go to bite it, it won't taste like what it is. I will vomit. Anyway,
any meal in front of me, I'm like, that's poop.
like no, we're out for dinner.
Have you ever seen The Lost Boys?
No.
It's a vampire movie with Kiefer Sutherland.
Oh, I know it, but I haven't
and
seen
he
it.
goes, "You're eating maggots, Michael," because he's eating spaghetti. And then
Right. See,
it's not.
that's you could trick me into
But then
thinking
maybe
that.
it is. I can't remember actually.
Anyway, you need to make donuts that are not the actual donuts and leave another case out for them. Don't fight for the battle that's lost. That's gone. Your troops are dead.
Yeah.
You need to fight for the battle going forward and reinforce those boys.
You need to win the war.
Yes.
So
If history has taught us anything, it's that history's built on wars and not battles.
you need to put deviled eggs in all the donuts.
That's so good.
I like that.
You get a bag of donuts and you take all the donuts out. Maybe you eat all the donuts, but then you fill the whole bag of donuts with deviled eggs.
That's a sick prank.
What is the worst thing you can have? If you're going to bite chocolate, what's the worst thing you can get that's not that? Like you're going to bite like a chocolate bar, inside of it is something else. Like what's the worst flavor you can run into? Shit. I'm trying to think.
Man.
It has to be some sort of like ranch or something like that. I think if you put ranch, if you injected ranch into the donuts, that's pretty fucking terrible.
I tried to make you drink ranch the other day.
And I couldn't. That's another one of those things. As soon like if you just gave it to me and said like it's bourbon and I put it in, I probably would have gagged afterwards. But if I know it's ranch, I will not be able to get that in my mouth. And I'm the worst. It's not even that fun. I wish I went on Rhett and Link one time and they were like, let's eat like, I can't remember what we were eating. It was like poop, like guts. And I was like, I really can't. And they didn't tell me it was going to happen. And I was like, you probably should prep me because I won't be able to do this and it's not good content.
Interesting.
Anyway, kill your husband. I have one from Spencer. Not him. It's a big thankies from McSpankies. Actually, it says Nathan. This doesn't make any sense. Salutations, leak lords.
Is it from Spencer or?
The email is Spencer, but the name is Nathan.
Okay.
They said, salutations, leak lords. Fucking love that. Shout out. How do I ask my taller than me girlfriend to marry me? Big thankies from McSpankies. I feel like since I have skin in this game, because my girlfriend is taller than me.
You're gonna propose on the podcast right now?
No. What could you do?
I set
You got to prepare for.
I set you up so good there.
Yeah.
Now you'll never get another
Yeah,
shot
the fucking
like that ever again.
fucking leak proposal. Yeah, that's what we do. Hi, Chica. You have something to say? Nope. Camera shy.
She really doesn't want to talk into the microphone.
Okay. I think. Oh, see, this is like a whole day ordeal. Not only for like the preparing for the proposal kind of thing, and this is no bearing on what I would do. This is just for you, and I'm going by your fucking McSpankies comment. But you need that, like, you need to prepare for the weather up there. If they're taller than you, you need to like be ready. It could be fucking snowing, raining. You don't know until you're up there.
I was about to ask, did they put a height difference in there?
No, I'm just gonna assume that they're like twice the height of this guy. Like short kings unite and all that kind of shit. But we need to get you a proposal that's gonna last. Okay? Since your girlfriend is so much taller than you, you need to start preparing for your pilot's license now. Because if you have to, or like start bouldering or something, because you're gonna have to climb up there to get there.
Bouldering.
Yeah,
That's good.
yeah, or like go tree climbing.
Oh, you could start using grappling hooks.
Now you're
Everyone
thinking.
Everyone wants an excuse to use a grappling hook.
Yeah.
I've never gotten the excuse. That'd be sick.
I don't know. Are there real grappling hooks that are good? Because isn't it like a really hard thing, like the power of like pulling you up depending on your weight?
I always think about.
Well, he's a short king, so he doesn't have to worry.
Well, I definitely don't think that the like grappling hook like guns like in movies are
Like
real.
Batman.
Yeah, I don't think that could happen.
Yeah.
But even with a rope, when you go and you throw it, and it always goes around the thing, is it real?
think so.
Would that happen?
I don't think a grappling hook you like.
Would that happen in real
I
life?
don't think you like fire the grappling hook and it like spins around something and attaches. I think it's more that it goes up and just hooks. But it has to go like out over it, and then you have to like keep pulling it until it latches on something like an anchor. It's really fucking bullshit. Grappling hooks are just sky anchors.
Another thing that we can do. We should get grappling hooks for a video.
Yeah,
See
we
how
can
high
bring
up we
Nathan
get.
and let him practice.
Yeah.
But yeah, you need to do a firefighter's course. Learn how to use a ladder. Learn how to like
really fast.
put out a fire as well if you want. Whatever. Who fucking cares? Maybe your fucking proposal's on fire. Whatever. Propose to her in a burning building.
Oh,
Set your house on fire.
Set yourself on fire. Then she can't say no.
Set yourself on fire and then run around the house. And then be like, marry me or I won't save you.
This is brilliant. You set yourself on
Gaslighting again.
you
The gaslighters do it once more.
You set yourself on fire, and then you're going and getting on one knee. Your girlfriend thinks that you're about to stop, drop, and roll, but no, you're about to pop the biggest
Stop,
question
drop,
of your
and
life.
ask the question.
Exactly.
Not only that, but you're legitimately gaslighting. You're lighting gas on fire.
I mean, if that's the way that you're starting the fire, sure.
Yeah. Fucking set that. Put the stove on. If you have a gas one, put it on and say, this room is filling with gas. And get down on one knee and be like, if you marry me, I'll turn it off. But if you don't,
They
I
just
have
reach
one,
over and
I
turn
have
it off.
one match. And you'll probably burn and die first. Smoke inhalation. Oh, no, because you're low to the ground. Hot air rises.
This is true.
You'll smoke her out before yourself.
This is so true.
Yeah.
God.
Just threaten her to marry you.
This
That's
is all
always a good
good
decision.
advice.
Yeah, it's great advice.
That's really good.
That's great bad advice. You're
Well,
welcome.
This one comes in from Marshall.
Howdy, Marshall.
Hello, my dearest leakers. My name is Marshall. I am a rat that lives in a wall in a middle-class home. My whole life I've been chased by a cat, but today he was unjustly put down by the very people who housed him. I feel like my purpose in life is lost. Stealing cheese and crackers is no longer the adventure it used to be.
Oh.
I would like to enact revenge, but do not know where to start. Please help.
You sure your name's Marshall and not Jerry? That fucking Tom. At least Tom is like the pet. Jerry's just living in the
That's
wall.
a
He's in the
stereotype.
walls.
He's
He's in the goddamn wall.
Oh, God, I would love to be in the walls. That'd be
Can't even get in the fucking walls. My house is made out of brick. There's no gaps in the walls for me to go into. It's like a fucking insulation gap.
Do you think that there are any trapdoors in your house?
Oh, I should just fucking go around like the club haunted mansion, club haunted house. Just go around and like touch everything. Be like, there's a fucking trapdoor here somewhere.
You ever pull any of those big levers in your hallway? You've got all these big levers and pulleys.
See, I'm worried that the trapdoor's under them.
Oh.
Or like
That's
a sandbag
true.
will fall from the sky and kill me, break a leg.
Have you not been looking up?
I never look up. Pigs can't look up.
Pigs can't look up? Hold on. Pigs can't look up?
Nope.
What do you mean?
They can't like do that.
What are you talking
And
about?
their spine and their heads don't go like that.
When a pig is on the ground, they look up at you.
No, they don't.
What are you talking about?
Their heads are like down and pointed forward and they can't look up.
No. There's no
Google
way.
it. Google it right now.
There's no way.
Google it right now. Pigs can't look up.
There's no way.
That or it's an urban legend that everyone's
Can-
just been told and isn't actually true at all.
Can pigs
Fly.
up? Wild boars and pigs are able to look up even to see the sky
No, they
because
can't.
they don't have as much neck fat as farm pigs. The
Farm
reason that
pigs.
many people believe that pigs can't look up is because they
are fat
pigs
and
can
they live on a farm.
I guess so. Pigs, because their bodies evolved in a way to prioritize finding foods. And truffles. Why do we do? How do
Yeah.
you do that?
Maybe they're like, why are you guys always looking up? Why not look down? That's where all the treats are.
That's where all- That's so true. I should be doing that more.
Yeah,
you
look down
know?
at your trotters.
Your trotter.
That's a good word. I like that pigs have trotters.
Trotter. What's a group of pigs called?
Trot. Buddy.
Buddy.
I think it's.
a group of pigs called.
I think it's just a herd of pigs.
It's called a drift or a drove.
You just go outside and all the pigs are. like flying sideways.
Is that what the tail is? Is that the e-brake on the pig? The curly tail. Whip.
Yeah, it's actually swirly because they're just fucking drifting. They need to stay centered.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
A drift of pigs.
A drift or a drove. Look at a drove of pigs. I drove a drift. Why is it car-related terms?
Driving a drift of pigs to the drove. It's a drove a place.
A grove.
Oh. Common
Anyway,
misconception.
Rats in the walls. What was the question?
How do they enact revenge on the people that killed their friend?
You kill them.
You can't use that for every.
I know, it's such an
single
easy
thing.
out. How do I
know it is.
propose to my girlfriend? Kill her.
Wait.
You start leaving like spoiled shit around the place. He's got it. By God, he's got it. He's tapped into the matrix.
I've tapped in. I can do kung fu. There is no spoon. What was I talking about?
I don't know.
I remember now. You're a rat in the walls, correct? All right. So now, Ratatouille style, you're going to start to befriend these people in the home. Okay? Because they don't have their feline friend anymore. They need somebody to distract them from the woes of life. So, you're going to start cooking for them. You're going to go in. You're going to go into the kitchen and you're going to go, that's saffron. And they're going to go, you know how to talk?
Yeah, first things first.
That's crazy. You're going to start cooking them up meals. Big meals. Boisterous meals. Meals they've never even tasted before. Meals that make their brain go just like in the movie. Okay? You start to earn their trust. And you start to go, you know, my talents are really wasted here in your kitchen. I think we need a brick and mortar store. Okay? Now, the restaurant business is a booming industry, and you are a titan of it. Okay? At this point, you're making meals and you're making deals. Okay? But you're not telling them about the deals that you're making. Okay? You're getting money under the table, baby. All right? You can go in the walls. They can't. That's where all the cash is. All right? IRS can't even track that. Okay? They're going to get in big trouble because their P&L reports are not going to be fucking they're not going to make any sense. They're not going to make a lick of sense. Okay? Then the business is going to go under. They're going to say, it was the fucking rat that did it. Who's going to believe that? Nobody. You have ruined their life. Not only theirs, but their children's. For generations. They're fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
They owe,
debt carries over.
they owe millions of dollars in taxes now.
Yeah.
While you are sitting pretty, still in the house.
As a money laundering rat.
Still in the house that they have lost to the bank.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had to foreclose. There's a new family coming in that maybe has a new cat that you can befriend.
And then they have to live on the streets like the rats they are.
Exactly.
And then you walk by and you go, doesn't feel so good, does it? Wah.
You're welcome, Marshall.
That's good. That's good. I like that. This one comes in from Ethan. And they say, name twin. Did you write this?
Write this?
Hello, Sean and Ethan.
Hello.
So I've been trying to train my dog, but nothing works. My dog continues to poop inside the house and is tearing the place apart. I am at my wit's end, and I will do anything to get his behavior to stop. Please help.
So I think this one's kind of easy.
Kill him?
I think this one's kind of easy. Because your inside is like their outside. Their outside is like your inside. You start taking shits on their lawn. You start rummaging around out there. See how they like it. Give them a little taste of their own medicine.
Yeah. Start rubbing their nose in your pee.
Exactly.
Put newspapers down outside. I don't have a dog. I have a cat. You tell me.
I think that would work.
Start shitting in the lawn?
Yeah. Or sniffing their butt.
What if it's the dog's like fucking motive to get you out of the house? What if the dog wants to live here?
Think about it this way. If I went up to Spencer and sniffed his butt, he wouldn't know what to do. He would start.
We should put that to the test.
No, we can't.
Spencer, get your butt over here.
We're doing
get your
the podcast.
smelly dingleberry ass over here.
We're doing the podcast right now. We can't possibly.
What if you sniff my ass?
No.
Showered.
You're not a dog.
I could be.
You
Watch me get on all fours. Yeah. You want me to bark for you, baby?
You want me to bark for you?
Yeah, put a collar on me.
I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, poop on their lawn? Yeah.
Yeah. When the dog poops, I think you need to start laughing at him. When the dog's like taking his shit inside, just start like laughing at him, like pointing and laughing and taking video and just really shaming the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Really make him feel bad, make his self-esteem plummet. When he starts pissing, just fucking laugh your ass off at him. And then go hang out with your friends. Do like kickflips and shit outside.
And you can even go a further step because they're going to be like, oh man, my owner is really making fun of me. He thinks that I'm stupid and blah, 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 blah. Take it a step further. Start filming it. Submit it to America's Funniest Home Videos. Then not only will you be laughing, but the nation will be laughing.
Yeah. And get a second dog that does know how to poop outside.
Yeah.
And then when they start pooping inside, bring in your other dog. Teach them to laugh. Teach the dog to laugh at your other dog.
Teach a man to laugh and
he'll shit for a day. Teach a man to laugh more and he'll shit for life.
Shit for life.
Teach a man to laugh hysterically and he'll shit himself. Anyway, yeah, just make fun of your dog until they stop.
Or bring him to the Ratatouille restaurant.
Yeah.
That we made from the
Show him
last
the
one.
things could always be worse.
Yeah. And show him, hey, you won't have a house to shit in if you don't
You're gonna
shape
be
it
out
up.
in the streets, boy. You're gonna have to shit everywhere. When you live on the streets, your whole house is your home. So you gotta shit outside. You gotta shit in your house. He's already shitting in the house. I don't think that makes any sense.
Good luck with that. Well,
I've brained.
and I've leaked. And
Have you?
a little
The trickle?
trickle here and there.
A little trickle tickle?
You know, what's a little
Here, audience, have a smell. Hello. Anyway, thank you guys for watching another wonderful episode. It's very
Finally.
topical, very fun. I think this might be the best podcast that's ever existed.
I think so.
I'd hope so. My belly's rumbling. I'm hungry. Can you?
Do you want a bunch of cereal? You can have a bunch of cereal if you
No.
want. Okay.
I wonder if you can still hear me. What does it sound like if I stick the microphone to my neck?
Oh, it's just like in fucking Dune.
South Park.
Hello,
It's just like Dune.
my name is Sean, and welcome back to
Do you
the
know about
podcast.
stomas?
Stoma?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
That's the hole. If you smoke a bunch of cigarettes and then you have to have a hole in your throat, it's called stoma. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks
and
for
or
watching. Thanks
Um,
for listening.
It's gonna be so sad next week when we record the podcast.
Yeah,
and
so
you're gonna
fucking do it over Discord again like a
Do it
bunch
over
of bitches.
Discord like a bunch of bitches.
Pray for us. Subscribe and like and follow and download the podcast because you feel bad for us.
Yeah.
Please, we're so lonely and bitter
But you know,
and sad.
we're always looking forward to next week, and we're hoping that you stay leaky.
Stay leaky out there. It's a dangerous world.